Hi! Today we're going to show you a few things you can do on Canvas to make your course sites ADA compliant and more inclusive to students with disabilities. You're going to learn how to install a tool within Canvas called UDOIT and how to identify some of the more common accessibility issues. Then we'll go over what you can do to make your content more accessible to students with disabilities. First, start by navigating to the course that you want to work on, and then click on Settings. Click on the navigation at the top of the page, and then scroll down to where you would find UDOIT hidden. Click on the little gears icon, and then click on Enable. And you'll see UDOIT move to the top. Feel free to change the order of things if you're so inclined. For this tutorial, I'm just going to leave it where it's at. Scroll down to the bottom, click on Save, and now you have UDOIT. So let's do it. Get it? Click on UDOIT. And on this page, you want to make sure that you uncheck the files at checkout because UDOIT does not check external documents like PDFs. For the purposes of the tutorial, we're only going to scan one part of the course where we know there will be a few issues to work out. Click on the Run Scanner and wait for about a minute while it does its thing. On the Welcome To page, I see that UDOIT identified 3 errors that we could address, so let's jump right in. The first major error that UDOIT identified in our page is with one of the pictures not having alt text. Alt text is a descriptive word or phrase that can be read by screen reader software in place of images. This allows the content and function of the image to be accessible and understandable for visually impaired users. You've probably seen alt text before on a website when you hover your mouse pointer over a picture and saw a text box appear underneath it. To view the image that needs alt text, click on View the source of this issue and you'll see the picture. Then click on You Fix It and type in the phrase or description that you'd want to use for your picture's contents. Click on Submit, and there goes that problem. One more thing that'd be really helpful to students reading your page or screen readers is to use descriptions for all the external websites that you would be linking them to. For example, you could explain to students that for them to review the Student Conduct and Honor Code, they would need to actually click on the Student Conduct and Honor Code with the hyperlink itself embedded into that phrase. The way you embed the hyperlink into the phrase is by clicking on the You Fix It here, and then type in the phrase. Click on Submit, and now you have a screen reader friendly hyperlink. Our second issue is with color contrast. Everyone will benefit if there is sufficient color contrast between your site's content and its background. UDOIT looks at all of your course's content and identifies text that doesn't provide enough of a color contrast with the background. Ideally, you want to use a black text against a white background, but there is a little wiggle room with what colors you can use. For my first color contrast party foul, I'm reminded that orange does not do a great job of contrasting against a white background. By clicking on You Fix It, I'm easily able to change the color of the text to something that's a little easier on the eye. This blue looks pretty. I'm going to make it bold too so I get more blue. And then Submit. For my second color contrast issue, the color that's being used is to emphasize importance and/or significance. Turns out that up to 8% of males with a Northern European ancestry are colorblind, so this emphasis could potentially be lost to a significant number of your students. To fix that, click on You Fix It, and that way you can vary the typography or size of your text along with the color. Because we're big fans of subtlety, we're going to go with a bold red. And then click Submit. That way, I'm able to convey the importance of what's being communicated, which in this case is an entire sentence, without simply relying on color. Last, but certainly not least, headings. A lot of people like to use bold and italics to break apart text in a document, But these variations in typography are tools meant for emphasis, not structure. What really defines a structure in a document is the use of headings. Headings provide your visually impaired readers with a more clearly defined structure of the documents that they're reading, thus allowing them to more effectively navigate throughout the text and get a better overview of your content. Could you imagine how lost one would be if they weren't able to easily identify the parts of the document that separated the different topics? UFixit scans the contents of your course site and finds areas that could be improved on with headings, and it also gives you the ability to view the sources of those issues. In our example, a few headings in the syllabus for this class could be more clearly defined. To clean it up, navigate to the page, click on Edit, and find the text that UDOIT had identified. Click on the header, then click on the Styles menu on the toolbar and select what the appropriate header would be on your document. Since the structure of our document requires different level headings, I'm going to go with level 3 for the course descriptions and objectives. And for phase 1, 2, and 3, since they fall right under the course description, I'm going to go with header 4. You can see that the rest of the headers throughout the document are all using header 3 style for consistency. Click on Save to save your changes. And that's it for headers. So to recap, UDOIT makes it very easy for you to make changes to your course sites that would be more inclusive and accessible to different readers, some of whom may be visually impaired. Today, we went over how to find and fix issues with headers, images not having alt text, link descriptions, appropriate color contrast, and not just using color to infer meaning. There's actually quite a bit more you can do to make Canvas courses ADA compliant and more accessible. UF offers a really short and well put together course on accessible learning environments, and we encourage you to check it out very strongly to see what else is out there for you to do for your learners who may have accessibility issues. Thank you and have a great day.